A man in Denver, CO decided to write a book about churches around the country. He started by flying to San Francisco and worked his way east from there. At a very large church, he began taking photographs and making notes. He noticed a golden telephone mounted on the vestibule wall and was intrigued by a sign that read $1,000 a minute. He found the pastor and asked about the phone. The pastor explained that the golden phone was a direct line to heaven and that, for the price listed, he could talk directly to God. The man thanked the pastor and continued his journey. As he visited churches in Seattle, Denver, Green Bay, Chicago, Milwaukee, and all over the United States, he kept seeing the same golden phone. Each one had the same sign, and each pastor gave him the same explanation. Eventually, he arrived in Texas. When he entered a church in Fort Worth, TX, he once again saw the familiar golden telephone. But this time, the sign read, "Calls 25 cents. Fascinated, he asked to speak with the pastor. "Reverend, I have been to churches all across the country. In every one I found this golden phone and was told it was a direct line to heaven. But everywhere else, the cost was $1,000 a minute. Your sign says 25 cents a call. Why?" The pastor smiled and replied, "Son, you're in Texas now. This is God's country. It's a local call." 4 married men went fishing together early on a Saturday morning. They were sitting in the boat, fishing and drinking beer, when the first man sighed and said, "You have no idea what I had to do to be able to come fishing this weekend. I had to promise my wife that I will paint every room in the house next weekend." The second man shook his head and said, "That's nothing. I had to promise my wife that I will build her a brand new deck for the pool." The third man laughed and said, "Man, you both have it easy. I had to promise my wife that I will completely remodel the kitchen for her." They kept fishing for a bit, and then noticed the fourth man had not said a single word. So they asked him, "You haven't said anything about what you had to do to be able to come fishing this weekend. What's the deal?" The fourth man replied, "Well, I set my alarm for 5 a.m. When it went off, I slapped my wife's butt and said, 'Fishing or hanky-panky?' And she said, 'Wear sunscreen.'"